top, different bottoms. Like, same hair, don't care. And apparently I've been going without makeup too, which is really cool. I used to, years ago, like wear makeup every day, and then I forgot, was it in my 30s? Maybe my early 30s, late 20s to early 30s, like where I really started just letting go and saying, you know what, I don't need to wear makeup everywhere I go, even if I just drop in the grocery store or here or there, walk down the street. But I was kind of raised that way. I don't know if other women out there know what I'm talking about, or even men in like your family circle, is like all the women were groomed and like raised to wear makeup like all the time. But it's kind of like what I was shown and like modeled, and it's like I felt like I had to, and then I finally realized I don't, and then I didn't, and then I stopped, and then I do whatever I want. If I want to wear it, I wear it. If I don't, I don't. I'm breaking out a lot. You guys can probably tell if you can see. I don't want to get too close, but like I'm just letting it do its thing and like run its course, you know? So this is kind of my attire, apparently, cooking dinner the last couple nights that I'm staying here. So I got on here again though to pop in and talk about what to do for dinner whenever you are running short on food, you're just running out of food, you haven't gotten to the grocery store again, right? What did I do last night? We ate it all. It was that stir fry. I keep calling it Asian, but it's really just a stir fry. And it was so good, we ate it all, you guys. I have some leftover white rice, but all the beef with the onions and peppers with the stir fry sauce is gone. And the green beans ate it. It was so good. And I have this much left over with the red pepper. Like just a handful. And we ate all the onions last night. So I'm like, no more onion, no more of that. We have all the seasonings here. You know, look at this. We may not have fresh garlic, but there's a huge, look at this big ass thing of, you know, garlic, salt, and what else does he have in here? Big. These are huge from like Costco. Look how big they are. Turmeric, paprika. I bought this a long time ago from Publix to keep here. So this is getting down low. We got hot sauce, we got this, we got that. We got kind of, oh, this one's really good. I also got this from Publix. It's called Nashville hot chicken seasoning. But you could put it on anything. Like it's just kind of like, I think it's a good one that's not too hot. You know what I mean? Like it's not spicy, but try it. But yeah, we have more beef, so we didn't have any other, we didn't have chicken or any other meat that was ready to go, but I had another thing of beef, so instead of making them both, I just put another thing of ground beef in the pan. See, so I'm just doing this again. Let me know what you guys do when you are running low on food, or, you know, eating through everything and you're like, okay, I don't know when I'm gonna go to the store again, or maybe like you make it a challenge. Sometimes I've done that where, because I'd rather go get fresh groceries too, or fresh whatever, but sometimes to make it more fun and more like, okay, the challenge is like, what can I make that will be extra yummy and I'll still enjoy it without getting more groceries. So that's kind of the thing. My son's father already got in here today ahead of me, which is unusual, and he made one of his concoctions. So it looks like he has some beans in here with like leftover sausage from breakfast the other day, and he used some of the green beans and peppers, and he put the sausage in here with some other beans and seasoning. See, he thinks of stuff too that I wouldn't think of normally. Like I wouldn't have thought of finding the sausage to put in there. You know, I just wouldn't have thought of that. And it was like in the door of the refrigerator, so I just don't see it, and he thinks of stuff I wouldn't think of. It's like, boom. It's like guy versus gal, girl mentality. Hey guys. Hi Neil. Thanks. Well, I might be looking hot, but I'm feeling hot, which is probably why I'm looking hot, because like I'm just hot. And temperature, it's Florida. You know, we're in Central Florida. I don't know where you are, Neil, but it is just, it's hot. It's hot here. So, you know, things myself, I guess, letting it all just au naturel here. Oh, the other thing is, when you run out of all the cheese, because like, I'll admit, when I come over here, I do start cooking and stuff and using the cheese that he buys to make a lot of meals. And then the one cheese, unfortunately, that gets left over a lot and used last would be like the feta. The feta cheese. And you know what's funny? It's actually very versatile cheese that you can use with everything. I've used it even in place for like Mexican and Spanish style meals that normally wouldn't be calling for feta, and it like worked perfectly. Or like Italian, or this or that, or just whatever. I know it's supposed to be a Greek cheese, but it's very versatile. You can like really, I've used it with nachos even when I didn't have another cheese to melt, and I just like put some beans and like liquefied the beans and heated that up and then just put this on, and it was like with rice or chips or whatever. It's like, it's always good. My skin is beautiful. Well, thanks. You're saying that because like I'm having a situation with my breakout, so maybe I needed that today. Thanks, you're really sweet. You're making me smile, so now I'm getting distracted. Okay, I'm going to put the rest of the these are not hot peppers. You know, you got me all messed up here. What's it called? Red peppers. Yeah, these are definitely not hot. They're like kind of sweet, actually. And I don't have any more onion, like I said, so I'm just gonna put the rest of this in the pot with the beef. But this is kind of like the mentality around here. This is like almost like dorm style, right? Like college cooking life, or like, you know, I went to college, I put myself through college, I graduated, you know, with honor. I did all these things, but I didn't get the college experience, you know. I didn't go away. I was working hard and I commuted and I didn't live in a dorm and I didn't have an apartment and all that kind of stuff. I was like, go, go, go. So I didn't get any of that. So I feel like now, later in life, I'm doing it, embodying it, and welcoming it, and helping others with that part of their life, right? So when you only have a few ingredients or things to work with, here we are. And I am here for it, so. And I'm also not that person that's like, oh, you gotta chop it this way, you're not chopping it right, you gotta. I'm like, dude, literally my issues with like my neck and like it's hard for me to do like these kinds of simple movements more than big crazy movements. Like I can do other things so easily, which is weird. And then like the little things like this, it's really irks me. I gotta say, I can feel it when I do this because I can just it just is so frustrating, and I don't like to go slow. If you guys know me, I like to go fast. I'm on a boat and I'm going fast. And if you guys know that one, well, I got my flippy floppies. I'm doing flips and shit. Okay, that's a whole other, you know, Saturday Night Live, SNL, digital short. What's it called? The Lonely Island Boys? Or the Lonely Boys. I can't remember. I don't want to get in trouble with the copyright again, so I'm not going to play it right now. But look it up at your leisure. It's called I'm on a Boat. I'm on a boat. But I'm not. Maybe I get on one every day and get off, or I'm cruising on one and I get off every day. Who knows? It's kind of the length and maybe a little oil in the pan because I took the excess off. Yeah, normally I would put onion, more peppers in there, and I don't have them. So I'm gonna put some of this in there. And this one is kind of hot. So let me just put a little bit, just kind of up the ante on the seasoning here. I say a little bit and then I'm like, I mean, okay. me do that with a little bit of this. It's probably gonna be like, oh damn. Yeah, you guys. I'm just showing you what I do behind closed doors. The doors are closed, but you know what I mean. Like, I would normally not. But this is part of what I do this for. It's for you guys to be able to just peer into my life and see that kind of stuff that I do. And normally, if I had a guest over, I wouldn't do that. Okay, Susie! Oh my god, I miss you. What am I cooking? I'm cooking with very few ingredients. We're here. Just ground beef, peppers, hot sauce, oil. I'm showing them what it's like when you don't have very many things left. You know, I'm just talking the red pepper with the beef, and some hot sauce in it, some seasoning, and I'm about to put some feta in there, and I'm just oiling it up, and literally I'm about to call it a day, just a few other seasonings, because it's at that point where we don't have as much left. Susie, I miss you so much. What did you say? I hope nothing grease, because I need to cover my belly. You are literally predicting what has already happened. Don't ever cook without proper protection. Tacos. Girl, I already, when I was doing the beef before I went to the bathroom, I just let it, and I went, because it just surprised me. And I don't even have a mark. Look at me. I'm trying to move my, I don't see, do you see a mark? Maybe that's where it was, or I don't know. It hit me obviously on this side earlier, but I don't see a mark, so maybe I've gotten away unscathed. Thanks. Tacos. It would be tacos, but it's not. You know, if I had a tortilla or any other kind of cheese, or who knows. We have rice. Whenever you have rice or just this, either tortillas or rice and this kind of stuff, it's like you can have any meal, right? Yes, exactly. We have white rice, pasta. I totally agree. There's this, have you ever tried the chickpea or this other kind of pasta? I'm like trying to show you guys. So this is, I guess this is stuff from Costco. Susie, have you ever seen this? So it's made from chickpeas, or the, what's it called? What's the other word for chickpeas? Garbanzo beans. Have you had these bonza rotini made from garbanzo beans and chickpeas? But it's a very different consistency, like super different, a lot healthier, a lot higher in protein. Do you want to try it? It's okay. Like, it's good in small quantities, but like when you cook it in the pan and you're looking at it, like it looks like a mess. Like it congeals really weird in the pan. It just looks funny, but it's not bad. It's good when you have a good sauce and high in protein. But this is the other thing besides, I already have the white rice left over from last night, but this is the other thing they get from Costco. Seeds of change. This is what I say I carry. Within me, within us, we are the seeds of change. So here we are. But if they put it in a box, and it just says organic quinoa brown rice with garlic. And when it cooks in the microwave, you can cook it on the stove. I cook it in the microwave, but it has a really weird smell. And like it just, so when I get it out, I will try to fix it up with like just olive oil and like feta, and just like season, and just start stirring it and get other stuff moving through it, and then it tastes fine. Like it totally tastes fine. But if you don't get some air circulating, start stirring this up, like the way it just cooks in the microwave is really funny. I'm gonna be honest. But if you do that, stir it up, get it circulating, get it moving and grooving, then I don't have any complaints. Further, look how particular I am about this. Oh my god. Rice or egg noodles? Yeah, I don't have any egg noodles. That's a really good idea too, because they're wider. They're like, hello, put yourself on me, eat me. Okay. Hi Paul, I don't know if you've been on here before, but I am actually feeling very temperature-wise hot, so Appreciate that. Susie, man, if she was still here, we would be having such a great time right now, right? I'm having a whole like unraveling, Susie, without you. Like literally, I don't know if it was a dream or just like a daydream where I was like, oh my god. And I pulled open my calendar like I was gonna go see you again and meet up. We were gonna do our whole vacay thing again. And then I was like, we already did it. And it made me so sad. So, I don't know. I don't know what I think about that. I feel like I kind of want to make it happen all over again. Is that greedy of me? Is that me being greedy with Susie? I don't know. I'm not sure. What do you think about that? Alright, I'm just going to put some cayenne pepper in there. I'm just kind of doing some random stuff. Did you guys do this? Or is it just me? So, salt, pepper. You know, I already did a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of garlic, big ass things you get from Costco, really big. Huge, huge, huge. I mean, look how they are next to like the regular ones. Yeah, you get from like Publix. You see what I mean? Just like their family. Like this is like the granddaddy, the triple granddaddy with lots of experience, and he's telling a little cayenne pepper like, hey, I'm gonna teach you a lot in your life. Okay. You guys are gonna think I'm a high again. I'm not. Anyway, so this is literally the kind of stuff I think of though when I see all these. I'll be like, oh, here's the big, you know, seasoning family, and then here's the little kitties and the little other family. Okay. That's kind of how I used to think in my imagination when I was a kid, and I find myself doing it again. Just hopping out the other side here in life, just going, wow. I used to do that when I was bored. TMI, you guys. I don't know, you could tell me, be like, Crystal, that's ridiculous. I don't care. But when I was bored in church, because they used to make me go to big church sometimes, even when I was really little, and I would sit there and like I would be so bored that I didn't have anything to draw on sometimes, or like with me, whatever, because they thought that that was me being, I don't know, a kid. They thought at like 3 or 4 years old, sometimes I should be able to sit there and listen, like take it all in, but I would sit there and start to play with my hands and my fingers and like pretend like they were parts of a family and like talking to each other. And like sometimes, I mean, none of it would be out loud audible. It would be all in my mind and my head because I was trying to like entertain myself. Is that like totally wild or what? Like, I don't know if you guys have anything similar. You could even be like, Crystal, I can relate. You'd be like, Crystal, you're nuts. Whatever. So this is pretty much it. I know you guys are like, what are you cooking now? What else are you doing? Nope, it's still just the meat, the peppers, and then I'm just gonna put some feta cheese in there. And you could do it with rice. I might do some of the quinoa mixed up with the rice because it's a little thicker than just the white rice. It has more substance to it. Some more stuff going on there. I didn't mean to make it sound really gross. Like, it's actually really good when you do what I said. When you do what I tell you to do, it's good. So make sure you do that. Yeah, it says whole grain brown rice, blend of whole grain quinoa. What's the other thing? Sea salt, garlic powder, onion powder, minced garlic, parsley, yeah, black pepper, just all of that, just like, just sucked, just stuffed right in there. Okay, got it. Susie, what are you cooking tonight? I don't know if you've already left, but you're probably cooking something like way different. Let us know. But yeah, this is kind of where I'm at. And if I had any other kind of cheese, you can bet I would have already melted it on there. If I had salsa or if I had anything else, I would have already put it in there. But today I'm trying to keep it, you know what, be thankful for what you have and like just meat, the pepper, and now the feta, just a little seasoning, a little bit of oil and lubrication in between. that's it. So all of this was really just to show that even with this most simplest of ingredients and the simplest of days and times and evenings, here we are together. I swear to God. What are you saying? King to Bag. Okay, I want to know what King to Bag's real name is, but he may not want to tell us on here. So, who knows? How am I doing today? I'm doing great. You love my outfit. It's the same outfit. Same top as yesterday, different bottoms. Well, I have the same bottoms under these bottoms, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And I'm that fresh, I can just wear it again. It's totally fine. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna put the feta in there, and then that's it. And I think instead of with the white rice, like I said, I'm gonna do it with this quinoa seeds of change, because we gotta get the seeds of change going, guys. You know, we just have to get it going. What are you making? You said, what am I making? I have beautiful. Neil, you've said that before. You're too funny. I don't know why he likes my arms, but that reminds me, I was supposed to work out my arms today, and I did it. So that's a good reminder. Okay, so yeah, it's really just, like I said, the meat, we got ground beef, the red pepper, sweet pepper. Now I put the feta in there, and I'm just seasoned and put some hot sauce in there and some other kinds of seasoning, garlic and all that. And I'm just gonna put it with this. Nice, easy, simple pairing. This is meals for men, college dorm, simple life meals, teenagers taking food, recipes on the go. You know, this is just for people like us who are trying to keep it, you know, simple. KISS, keep it simple, stupid. KISS. You ever heard that acronym? That's stupid, but okay. Basically just be simple, keep it simple. Like, I don't know why they have to be KISS and like keep it simple, stupid. Like, who came up with that as an acronym? They taught me that in school, and I can't remember what stupid class that was or what that was. They're like, we're gonna teach you an important acronym that's like, you know, like, keep in mind, KISS stands for keep it simple, stupid. I was like, what in the actual F are they talking about in a class? Like, in a school building. I don't know if I was in high school. I must have been in a high school class. But it was just like, really? They're teaching me that out of a textbook in this app. I was like, I remember thinking to myself, like, really? But then going, okay, like, everyone's listening and the teacher's teaching this. So, like, this is happening. I don't know if you guys have encountered anything weird like that in your educational journey in your life. But that was really weird now that I think about it. Looks good. You exercise my body. You're from Maryland? Cool. I've been to Maryland. I've been to Baltimore and somewhere else where it was not Baltimore for like a wedding. It was really pretty, like, you know, the plants and the gardens and flowers. I don't know, but Baltimore, I hear the crime has gotten really bad there, but whenever I was there years ago, had a great time. Had some really great crab, as they're known for the crab, right, and all that kind of seafoody stuff. But it was really good. And I'm not one for crab cakes, but yeah, they had the best crab cakes I've ever had, right? I don't know if you're into that, or where you're from in Maryland, but yeah, I usually exercise more. I've just been walking around lately. Literally, I just been walking. And sometimes I do funny, like, yoga stretches and moves, like, you know, but I haven't been super focused on a regimen lately, to be quite honest, but I'll go back and forth on it. And I was going to get the arms going again today, but I haven't, because it's so hot. Hence why I dress like this. It's just so hot, and I'll walk for a really long time outside, and then before you know it, I've forgotten everything else I was gonna do for the day. Because, like, the sun, I'm telling you guys, that's probably why I sound like I'm just hot. Yeah, so again, just the meat, that red sweet pepper, the feta cheese, you know, some olive oil, the seasonings that we grabbed when we, you know, we were showing. I do a little hot sauce. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to put these in the description. I keep saying I'm gonna put the recipes and stuff in the description, but I've gotta do that or I'm gonna get in so much trouble. I'm gonna get a spanking. Baltimore Harbor is nice. Yeah, it was nice when I was there. I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. It came up on my, what do you call it, my Facebook memory feed when sometimes I click on that and I'm like, oh my gosh. It was like, however many years ago today, it said that I was there. So, it's funny that this is happening. We're having this conversation today. This is what it looks like out of the box. Oh my god, on the back it says, let's keep it real. Real food with real ingredients made easy. Sounds just like me, right? You can do it in the microwave or on the skillet. And I always do it in the microwave, but you know what? I think I just need to add this to the skillet. That's basically what this thing is telling me. I'm gonna add oil. So instead of doing the microwave, where I said it smells funny and all that kind of stuff, I don't want to make a problem. And I'm just gonna put a little bit more olive oil in there. And I'm just gonna add it to the pan, just like it says. There's no it's just, see, it's just like sucked, sealed in there. So it's like this until you break it up. So it's pretty much cooked and ready to go. You just have to, yep. I don't know why I've been cooking in the microwave like that this whole time. It does way better on the stove. Like this, like on a skillet, whatever you call it. And it does have a particular smell. Like still, again, but that's okay. See, like you get all over my hands. That's cool. But what do you guys do when you are running out of food or ingredients like this and you're like, okay, anytime you could just put a few things in the pan. You don't do it with rice or by itself like that. I mean, and I used to eat so much, and I still do beans, you guys, but I think we ate through all the other beans. Because I don't know if I've told y'all's crew, this crew, that I ate vegetarian for 3 years in my 20s. Like, for 3 years I did not eat meat, so I ate a lot of beans. So, yeah. What did you say? Baltimore Harbor is nice. Where am I from? I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, so I was born there. And then when I was 9, we moved here to this general area. It's Central Florida area. When I was 9, and I could have gone away to college. I could have done something like that, but I was trying to put myself through school and do it all myself and work and, you know, this kind of stuff. And I met my son's father, and we were friends, but then we got close. It's just one of those things, and I ended up staying here, and here I am. I turned 40 this past year, and here I am. So, yeah, definitely think should move out of this area. That's what I think. What's my favorite meal to cook? Oh, you know, I just don't have one favorite thing to cook. Like, I have favorite meals to eat, but to cook, I feel like I'm so in the moment. It's whatever I'm actually cooking or creating in the moment. Like, I just like to be present when I'm doing it. I hate the feeling of being rushed and like stressed, and I remember those feelings so much over the years, you know, cooking and making food, and I don't know if you guys can relate. It's not as enjoyable, is it? Who taught me how to cook? Looks like I have skills in the kitchen. What? I think I taught myself how to cook. My mom is a really good cook, but I just wanted to do things my own way, you know? I just didn't want, like, I've helped her, and my sister's probably helped her a lot more over the years, just doing things the way she likes to do it. Because she's more of a perfectionist, and I don't like that kind of stress and that vibe. So I prefer not to be perfectionist and all that kind of stuff. You see what I like to do. I just like to show people, just stir it all up. This is what I like to do. Is keep it real. Just keep it real. But sure, I can cook and prepare things that may look more presentable or more, professional, or that might impress somebody more. I could do that. I've done that plenty of times in my life, but that's not my goal. My goal is to be myself and to share and to just connect with people and keep it real, My ex-girlfriend didn't know how to cook a lot of frozen foods. Yeah, I mean, frozen foods are good to have, especially when you're in a rush, right? But like last night, I pulled some frozen French cut green beans out, and it helped add to the stir fry meal. Tonight, nothing ended up being frozen, whatever. All good in my hood. You've never been to ATL? Well, it's really big. It's just a huge area of city. It's like, it changed a lot. I mean, I was a kid, obviously. I wasn't driving when I was 9, or at least legally. I was driving my bike everywhere. We could say I drove, if you want to refer to different little vehicles and vessels as such. Let me tell you, I went a lot faster than some of those cars around whipping down those hills we had in Atlanta through those neighborhoods. I was like, what do they call it? Evel Knievel? Like, I was insane. I literally don't even know how I am still alive sometimes, what I did. Whipping down, like, we had more steep hills, and I would go up, and then I would come down, and I mean, my parents probably had no idea where I was. I was just like soaring. There was a couple times I fell, and like my bike flew up in the air, and I went up on the side of the, the side of the road there. But I thankfully fell on like grass, like in my bike, when I didn't break anything. I found in my life that I bend, I don't break, which is really helpful. But yeah, you should go to ATL sometime. Sham chime. I can't even talk today. Like a lot of my acting friends, I did acting training, and I've done some acting work over the years. It's been a while. I haven't done that in a while though. It's been, since 2019, I think? Yeah, I don't think I've done any acting work since 2019 to 2020-ish range. But a lot of the people I knew moved to Atlanta because that was like the closest major city that was, there's more opportunities there. You guys know Tyler Perry Productions and all those kinds of, his whole setup is in Atlanta. What did you say? There's a lot of black people there. Is that true? I guess so. Like when I grew up there, I went to a elementary school. I went to public school my whole life, like my whole time I was in school, whatever. And I was what you would call a minority there in that school, like the way the classrooms ended up situating. So there was more black kids, African American, whatever you want to call it, like in my class. So, and then when we moved here, it was like the total opposite. I don't even think we had a black person or a black kid in my class when I moved here. I was in the 4th grade and moved here. I don't think we did. Like there was, like a Hispanic, Hawaiian girl. I'm trying to remember if there was an Asian guy. Like it was like a few, but I don't remember any other Black American, African American kids. But in Atlanta, when I was growing up, I was one of the obviously I'm not. I'm like more white, so I was one of the kids who were not. So that's what we call minority, whatever. And in that situation, in that classroom, not like, in the world or geographically in the city or whatever. I don't know what the breakdown is of total Atlanta, because there are so many different areas in Atlanta. And there's just I don't even know what the geographical divide would look like, and the whole, it's probably changed even over the years, but that was, when I moved here, it was October 1994. So, yeah, so like growing up when I was 94 and earlier, I had more black friends and like, you know, just all different races, backgrounds, ethnicities, religious backgrounds, whatever. I would say it was much more diverse when I was younger, and then when I got a little older and we moved here, it was like, it started, you know, not looking as diverse as it was for a little while there. So that was kind of a bummer, because like I always enjoyed that and I liked that, and you know, you like learning and being with people who are not exactly like you, but that you can relate with. And I will totally remember there was one black girl, African American girl. She was so tall and so big. Like, she was huge. Like, I was tall for my age and my group growing up, but she was, oh my god, just towers above everybody. Like, I don't even know how tall she was. She was like, and I ended up being really good friends with her, and I would get bullied and I would have some issues, like, and it was usually the boys, like the black boys, because like I was the, you know, I'm gonna say black because there was not many white little boys, but the boys that would counter me and who would, you know, they wouldn't really bully me, but they would counter me and think that I was like challenging them, and I wasn't. I don't know how I was coming across, and I've gotten punched in the face a couple of times when I was really young like that before I ever moved here, and it was by boys. And I've had to get in situations. Can you believe that? I don't know why I'm sharing all that. I think just because I encountered that, and then, yeah, my friend, her name was Princess. Like, of all names. I don't know if that was her real name or what, but her name was Princess, and let me tell you, when I got to be friends with her, nobody was messing with me anymore. And she was, like, bigger than everybody, and she was, like, the sweetest. Like, we were just friends anyway, and then I realized, oh, because she's so big and tall, like, no one's probably gonna mess with me anymore. I realized it later, and I was like, well, that's convenient, but she was so sweet. You know, it's like, you wonder, what are all these people doing now that, you know, you don't know them anymore. Okay, so I answered that question. You said the malls are nice, I guess. My mom used to take me to the mall a lot, and I hated doing that because she just made me dress up and like try to look like, oh, like I had a blazer that was like this color. She would make me wear like a business blazer to the mall, and I'm like a little kid. It was just, I hated it because I'm like, dude, I just want to wear comfortable clothes. You want to go to the Atlanta Braves game sometime, or Atlanta Falcons? I have never been to any of those, but yeah, the kids in school used to, you know, sing the Braves song and talk about all the games and so I would get in conversations at school, and I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'm a Braves fan, or like, yeah, Falcon, go Falcons. Like, I would just, you know, oops, whatever. So I was never into it though. Tyler Perry is funny. You do like the Medea movies and plays? My son and I like to watch them together, so we do. But I'm gonna get off of here, and anyway, I'm gonna get off of here so I can eat this. You're distracting me. King the bag is trying to king this bag, but how tall am I? I'm 5'7". How tall are you? Okay, I'm gonna get off of here, and anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that extended conversation, and yeah, I think I've yapped my yapper. I think I've talked long enough, so now I can earn my meal that I just made. All right, you're 6, but enjoy your night too. Bye. That's kind of tall.